pescatarian Hope Romero, author of Vegan Eats World, and right now I'm going to show you how to make a hearty taco filling made with roasted potatoes and seitan that's been marinated in a zesty Mexican beer and spicy chili sauce. So, to start first, we're going to take regular potatoes, I like to use golden potatoes, and I'm going to roast them in advance because the whole thing is just going to be marinated after this and it's going to come together really fast. So for the potatoes you don't have to get too fussy. You can do just a simple smallish chop like so. Oops. Let's see, my potato's already doing whatever it wants to. Yeah, so just do a rough dice. And then I'm going to just take these potatoes, put them in a roasting pan, cover them with a couple splashes of olive oil, a little bit of salt, and roast them in a preheated oven that's been set to 400 degrees for about 20 minutes or so until they get golden and crispy. So this is what the potatoes look like when they're done. You want to make sure that they're cooked all the way through, that they're not hard or crunchy, and they have a nice roasted look to them. So the next step is to get my seitan all set. So seitan, you can make your own, or for these, just one box, about 8 ounces is perfectly enough. And this is just plain seitan strips. I am going to just dice these into small bite-sized pieces. See, just pull it apart, see what I'm working with here. As a matter of fact, I think I'm just going to use my fingers to tear these into bite-sized pieces. They look kind of cool and rustic this way. Alright, this is looking good. Okay, I'm going to put seitan, about 8 ounces of seitan, and my potatoes. This is about a pound, pound and a half of potatoes. You can try it with sweet potatoes too for something different. I'm going to put that into this bowl. Now I'm going to make the marinade. This is where the magic happens. I'm going to take 1 lime. Here we are. Slice this in half for about 2 tablespoons of lime juice. This is my fast way of quickly getting the juice out of the lime. I roll it to help break down the insides and get more juice out of the pulp. Alright, I'm sick of doing that. Let's move on to the next step. Beer! Beer makes a fantastic marinade, especially for savory, hearty foods like these tacos. I'm using a Mexican beer to keep it authentic, and using about 3/4 of a cup. Along with that, I'm going to add some tomato paste, about a tablespoon's worth. You can use a little more if you love tomatoes. I'm adding in half a teaspoon of ground cumin, 2 cloves of chopped garlic, 1 teaspoon of oregano. You can use Mexican oregano too, or just regular old oregano. I'm going to put in 2 teaspoons of Mexican chili powder. I'm using ancho chili powder, which is just one kind of chili, but you can use the one that's a blend as well. Or chipotle chili powder is really a fantastic other marinade you can use, or another chili you can use in this marinade. And I'm using a little bit of salt, about half a teaspoon's worth of salt. Alright, I'm just going to whisk this, just to get it all combined. Okay, it smells nice and zesty and garlicky and spicy. And I'm going to pour that over my roasted potatoes and my seitan. And and stir it up. Tongs are great for this. Now you can make this like a day in advance before your vegan taco party, or if you don't want to wait that long, just let it sit for about 10 minutes so the potatoes and the seitan soak up the marinade. And when that's all set, we're going to throw it in a cast iron pan around the grill. But you can also use a pan that has grill marks in it, or any kind of large pan that conducts heat really well. I'm going to heat up some vegetable oil, about 2 tablespoons. Get that nice and hot over medium-high heat. Now I'm going to add my seitan and potatoes. I like to do about half a batch at a time. I'm just going to throw that right in there and saute them till the seitan gets nice and brown and the potatoes get a little crisp on the edge. Just going to keep going. You might want to flip it over a couple times with a spatula just to get it nice and brown. And that's basically it. You want to get the filling really hot, and that's your filling for your tacos. So before I assemble my taco, I have to take corn tortillas. You can use flour tortillas too, but I prefer corn, and get them warm so they become soft and pliable and tasty. And I like to do that by just throwing them directly on a gas burner. You only need to keep them on for about 20 seconds, 30 seconds or so. Flip them over once just to soften them up and get them hot. You could also, if you don't have a gas burner and you have an electric stove, you could just heat up a cast iron pan, get it really hot, just throw them on there for only a little bit of time, like 30 seconds or so. Alright, so these are nice and warm, so I think you know what the next step is going to be. I'm going to put one down here. I'm going to take our yummy seitan spicy potato taco filling. Now I don't want to put too much because these can get a little messy, or if you don't care, you can put as much as you like. Now you can keep the toppings as simple or as luscious as you like. I'm just going to put some homemade pico de gallo. This is just tomatoes, cilantro, some white onion, and a little bit of lime juice and salt. That's it. And it's really fresh. Tastes so much better than using a salsa from a jar. And you have to use a little bit of avocado. This is some nice, perfectly ripe avocado. And that's it. Your own homemade potato seitan tacos. For recipes like this, check out my book, Vegan Eats World, or my other book, Viva Vegan, which is Latin American vegan recipes, or go to my blog, veganlatina.com. Thanks for joining me. Bye.